Perfect. Okay, thank you for replying. I can see that there's a few more waiting to come on. I guess it's 3 minutes past 6, so we can start now. So I guess it would just be a quick tour of the new website. I'm sure it's pretty simplistic, but what we'll do, we'll just start from the basics. So, we'll go from the basics of opening up a new account, whether it be a demo, live, or just walk through in. And if you do have a live account, you can get yourself logged on, and I'll just show you a few differences from the old website to the new website, and I'll show you a few numbers, and just to make sure it's all makes sense. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, as before, just simply log in www.ayondo.com, and then that's what we have. Before, obviously, it would bring you to the main website. Here, it's sort of a divide between the social trading you can see on the left and the normal trade hub at Ayondo Markets on the right, which would just be for the normal spread betting or CFD trading. On the top right, you can see open an account. So a little bit different to before. When you open up an account, it would sort of hover over, and you'd have an option, either Trade Hub Live, Trade Hub Demo, and so forth. So if we click to open an account, you can see here, it's going to give you the option to start registration. So here, you can click Live or Demo. It's very simple. It's a little bit more transparent than last time. So it's quite nice to have that. At the bottom right, you can see down here, it does say click here for previous website. So if you do want to relate to the old website, this will last, I believe, for another month. So you can try and find out the similarities yourself, or if you've got any questions, you can run through that. So that's quite nice and simple. Okay, so what we'll do now, we'll just go pretend to log on to the social trading. So simply click on social trading. That pops up. It's quite a nice layout. It gives you really how it sort of works. Got sort of a new few tools, how many transactions have been made to date. At the bottom, we've got our sort of contact service. So if you want to talk to someone at the trading desk, you want to talk to someone for the social support, you have that line. What we'll do now, we'll just log in as simple. So simply log in. What we'll do, we'll just type in. Again, it's quite nice how when it does choose login, it gives you the option either the social trading account or the normal trading account, which is Trade Hub. So if it's a social follower account and you want to choose the top traders, obviously you click on social trading account. But if you want to log on to Trade Hub because you're already following someone and you just want to monitor your open trades, you can just go on to social. Well, you can go to Trade Hub. So we click on log into web we trade is what we call it. It's our name. So obviously here, just type in your login details. I'll type mine in, F89. And there we go. Now we're all logged on. Perfect. By the way, Paul, if you have any questions, do let me know. You can just write a little message and I'll be able to answer it. But probably easier just to run through it and then have questions at the end. Okay. So once you're logged on, format is a little bit different. It sort of gives you, this is sort of an introduction page, nice and simple. It's showing on the top left over here, sort of the top traders. Here is sort of your account, I guess. You've got sort of your fund safety, which is quite nice to have, obviously going over the zero balance protection, or also the protection should anything happen to Ayondo, you're covered up to £500,000. Okay, so what we'd probably go first is before, where you had My Portfolio Configurator, now this is simply called My Portfolio. You can click on that. These are the traders I'm following. So as before, this is your Portfolio Configurator, which we've now called sort of Portfolio Builder, which is nice and simple. Again, if you want to take someone off, you would simply click on Remove and click OK if you want to stop trades and completely remove him. And again, on the top left, you have the risk factor, which is going to be exactly the same as before. This is more for set individual amounts, and if you want to set it to maybe 4 times, you can do that, confirm setting. So it's the same type of layout as before, so there's no change here, which is one of the main things. So it's very similar. Again, you scroll down, stop execution or execute on live execution should you want to restart the execution, maybe if your loss protection has been hit. You can click on execute on live account within here. So Portfolio Builder was where Portfolio Configurator is. Instead of Find Top Traders, so if you are looking to click Find Top Traders, the new one instead is now the Rankings list. So if you click on Rankings list, within here, you know, you're going to get what you had before. This is for all the show real money traders, so you can see up here, just filtering it by any real money traders. Pop just means the most popular traders. So as before, we had a top 10 most popular traders. You can click on this, and it will take you to the same list as before. Now we go back to RMT. You know, this looks very similar to before. What we have now, we've got a risk score. So you can see that up here, the risk score of the trader, which is something that we didn't have before. So now we've obviously categorized different traders with different risk scores. You know, to be honest, the risk score, the simple way of explaining it, I guess, it's essentially the trader risk score is primarily based on the money management of a top trader and their appetite for risk or leverage. We use this various smoothing algorithms so that the changes in top traders' behavior can be reflected almost instantaneously. You know, the concept is that it can provide followers with an indication of associated risk and the money management for the top traders. So you do have that. So if you're looking at all real money traders and you're looking for someone, let's say, lower risk, between 1 to 4, gives you a long list. You know, you can keep on, instead of before on the old website, you know, you keep on scrolling down. Some people had issues with that. You can just click to page 2, page 3, page 4, and so on. So it makes it quite simple. So you do have that. Let's have a look. Perfect. And again, if you want to go to a higher risk, you know, you can run through that. Filter name. You know, this one, instead of pressing type, if you want to look for, let's say, simply trader, you'll type in his name, and then it's going to come up. You know, you don't actually have to. If you press enter without anything coming up, you know, it's not going to find anything. You actually have to type his name in, and then it will come up, which makes it slightly easier. And again, let's say we go on Simply Trader, we go onto his, you know, his profile, his portfolio. Everything's the same as before. The layout's a little bit different though. You know, before the graph was actually below, so here you got the volatility, and before you start with sort of the percentage since, well, I guess maximum drawdown percentage since, you know, corporation since registration. So you can see that it's slightly different. It slightly goes with volatility first, the number of trades, percentage of winning trades. You know, his performance since registration is actually up here, so it makes it just as simple. It's quite neat, I guess. It's a little bit more intuitive. And then below you've got sort of the monthly performance, and again below you've got everything he's trading. So you can see 487 trades on the DAX. So obviously primarily DAX trader. And here, this is where you can see should he have any open positions, and then any, you know, previous positions. So instead of clicking on transaction history on the top left on the old website, here you can simply go to the bottom and you can see all his, you know, his previous trades. And again, instead of dragging all the way down, scrolling, you know, down page after page, you can just go to whatever page you want to, which makes it a little bit easier, especially if you've got more transaction history. So that's quite nice to have. So that's just, you know, the simplicity behind it. This will be the same for each top trader. It's very similar to before. I guess, you know, the main difference is, I guess, is the name. So now if you want to click on going back, again, we can see here along the blue list, we have, you know, portfolio builder, which is portfolio configurator, ranking list, which is where it used to be find top traders. You can click on rankings list. Now watch list is something that we didn't have before. So you can click on this. And this just shows you the particular traders, you know, open positions or previous trades, but in proportion to their size. So it won't be, you know, on your live account when you can see if you've got 5 positions and you're running a profit of maybe £10 on each trade. This is actually what these particular traders are doing. So you can scroll down here. These are people I'm following. So you can see the only people that have open positions are both Hectorius and Psychonet. What's quite nice as well is that you can see that J-Cody, for example, spread betting. So you can see that this trader is a UK trader, Psychonet, CFD, so he's probably a European trader, most likely German. Again, top 12 FX. German trader, and then Hectorius, you can see spread betting, so he's a UK trader, UK client. And again, Tim trading at the bottom, UK client. So you can see the differences, which we didn't have that before. When you're looking at the numbers, you know, everything's the same. Still got the stop loss, take profit. Risk per trade's the same. Now date open, this is, you know, when initially you opened the trade. So even before, when you hovered over, you would see how long they're holding the trades. So everything is the same. And a new sort of tool we have is quick tips. If we click on quick tips, And this just gives you, I guess, for any new traders any new traders or new followers we have to the platform, it just shows you a few things that you might want to look at. For example, loss protection. So if you haven't spoken to an account manager and you don't really know how your loss protection works, you can have a quick read, sort of see how it works. Obviously it's sort of not telling you to where to put it, but it's sort of guiding you to have a loss protection as soon as you start trading, so it mitigates any potential drawdowns. Again, walks through particular career levels, how to move around the risk factor, and creating potentially more than one portfolio to watch other traders. Obviously, you can only execute one at a time, but it just shows you that. And then if you do want to set your loss protection, you would click on my account. Simple as that. And within here, you can see is your loss protection. So what you want to click is that little spanner, and there will come up with your loss protection. So you can move around the target equity. Obviously, the closest you can have it is 5%. So obviously, if you've got 233 there, I put it 200. You've got £33 spot 14 of a drawdown. Should the account value go down. And so it's all pretty much the same as before. Those are the main differences. And then what you also do have is, if you go back to on the top right, you've got follower, top trader if you want to be an RMT, and then you've got fund securely. So this just shows you, before you could only obviously fund on TradeHub, but here it just shows you a little bit more how to fund if you want to do via debit card or credit card. It will tell you the costs, bank wire, how it works, and then here learn more about funding your account. So it's all quite simple. It shows you bank wire, withdrawals as well. If you want to know a little bit more about withdrawals, it tells you, if you made your withdrawal before 12:30 or after, there will be processed the following day. So it's all just making you a little bit more aware. So you do have that. And then you've got security, which is more sort of your, as we mentioned it, zero balance protection. So the free insurance as well. So before on the old website, it was more on sort of TradeHub. This is more the sort of integrated all together. So it makes it quite simple. And if you want to go to my account, if you want to, let's say you've opened up a few trades and you've sorted out the whole risk factor and you're happy with your loss protection, and now you actually want to go to TradeHub, you can simply click on log into TradeHub, and this time it's actually going to open up a new tab. So you'll see you can put in your details here, log into TradeHub, but you've still also got the website up, so you have both of them up. So that's quite a nice difference to before. Before it was only on one website. So that's pretty much the same. So if you've gone through the social trading, but you might also have a trading account, you can just click on trading, and within here, it's all the differences. You've got the spreads as well, which is quite nice. You can check out all the spreads on different markets, and then again, you've got the contact number here. So that's pretty much it. It's very similar. I guess it's good just for you to walk around. If you've got any questions, definitely let me know or let your account manager know, just to run through the website. But for you, I guess the best thing is just to see, familiarize yourself with the platform. It's very intuitive, and it looks a little bit clearer. So Paul, have you got any questions really? Any particular questions or anything discrete? Okay, perfect. Well, if you do have an account manager or if you've been contacted by anyone, do let us know. If not, just simply call the support line that you have down here. So, you can contact us tomorrow, whenever it is. Social trading support number is 020-3330-0865. So it's nice and simple. Oh, perfect. No worries, Paul. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Okay. Bye-bye. Thank you.